So Manuel, what was it like growing up for you before trading, before you found this?
For me, growing up, I was never a fan of school. I went into working at about 14 years old, wanting to make my own money, wanting to get around, do my own stuff. But then, as I kind of worked more, I realised that I was making people money and exchanging my time to actually make someone else money. So I was like, you know what, there has to be a way. I had college coming up. At the time it was about 2 months until I had to go to college, and I was dreading it. I didn't want to go to college. I knew it's not for me. School has always just given me goosebumps and shivers. So then I said to my parents, I said, look, I'm not going to college and I know there's a way around it, and that's when I got introduced to trading, and that's how I got to where I am now.
Deadly. And what would you say to somebody that is in that position right now? So what would you say to somebody that is in that 9 to 5 and wants to escape it?
If you're in that position, realistically you need to stop watching what other people are doing. You need to stop watching people actually making money, and you actually have to take advantage of that as well and actually go for it, because I spent way too long actually watching people make money, and I kept watching them grow and grow and grow, and I was in the same place just wondering, would it work or would it not? Once I gave it the go, that's how it started everything.
And how was the feeling inside your body when you knew you could make money from your phone and actually have the chance to not go to college or to not have to work a 9 to 5 for someone else anymore? What was that feeling like?
Oh, it's crazy. It was actually April 23rd when I first started, and I remember April 24th I woke up to €2 and I was over the moon. I was happy. I was running around the house. I texted Charlie, I was like, bro, I just made €2. He's like, relax, just wait a bit more time and see how it goes. Next morning, this was the 25th, I woke up on the 25th with 250 quid made overnight, and bro, that was the time I was like, you know what, this is actually real, this is actually making money, or making me money. So then I gave it a few more days. 1st of May came around, I was consistently doing about 200 a day, 250 a day, more than I would do working 8 hours a day, and that's when I left my job, May 1st, my birthday. That was the biggest present I could have ever got.
Deadly. So would you say that having a team in the trading journey is better than having been solo in trading?
Oh bro, with a team it's a lot better, and it's definitely recommended. Like, I don't know, if it was for me to actually think and go solo, or think of me actually going solo, there's no way I'd be where I'm at now. Without the push, without the motivation that I get from the boys, without the discipline that we all have in keeping each other accountable, I would definitely not be at this point anyway. And
would you say that when you are trading, would you say a bad mindset can affect how you trade?
Big time. If you don't go into trading with the right mindset, and with the mindset that, look, I actually need to learn this, and this is long term and I need to make money, like, you're just going to come in, you're going to think you can make money quick, and you're just going to end up blowing it, because you're trying to go for more money made in a short period of time rather than long term, and you're just coming in straight with absolutely no experience.
Exactly. So I think you heard you saying you're full-time trading now, so are you still living in Ireland?
I'm not. I actually moved out of Ireland 2 months ago, moved to Alicante, Spain, made 6 figures in the last 10 months, and this is the crazy part. It's all happened over 10 months. Life has just changed. 11 months ago, still working as a mechanic. Fast forward now, I'm out in Marbs, I'm driving an AMG GT, just made 6 figures. Like, it's absolutely crazy.
And how would you say making that 6 figures, did you say that has changed you, or do you reckon you are still the same person?
Me personally, I'm the same person. I don't let money change me. I still talk to everyone the same, but now the only thing that actually changes is that I can actually help people make money as well. Right, John, so tell me a bit about your life before, where you were at, and then just kind of bring it into why you decided to start trading.
So, growing up, I lived in Coolock, and I wouldn't say I had the rough part growing up, like a rough life, but I lived in a rough end. So, going from living that rough life to being able to do this what I'm doing now, it's actually crazy, because with my journey from start to finish, I had been in multiple jobs, never wanted to work, never liked working. I always thought taking orders from someone was, it just wasn't for me. And then I found an apprenticeship which gave me actually a bit of flexibility, because on sites I wasn't really watched over as much, but I was still treated like I would be in any other job. So fast forward 3 years, I'm a third year, fourth year Sparks, and I was just one day on site. A boss came in and said to me that there was no more work, that he was letting me go, and I had nothing to do. I had no money, I had no resources, I couldn't turn to anybody, I couldn't look anywhere. So I went out, obviously I had a few months layoff, went back, tried to go back into working, and then I actually shot off to college. So I was actually in phase 4 then, and then when I was in phase 4 I actually met Sean, which was the recruiter that brought me into this, and he said, would you like this opportunity to actually come in and make money from your phone and learn how to do it? And I didn't even hesitate, because I knew that inside this industry, like, I've been watching it for a while, and this time when he texted me I was like, I'm going to take the risk. And that was 5 months ago. So I am now officially retired from work 5 months, and I've always been able to accumulate a yearly wage inside them 5 months of leaving work. So from growing up in the life that I had, to being going through shit jobs, shit ends, to not having no money, no resources, no nothing, to be able to travel the world now, make money from me from. Not even the best part for me of the job is actually helping everybody else make money. It's being able to look at my phone and say, oh, Callum made 200 quid today. He's made more money today than he did on his 9 to 5, and that's all because he said yes to the opportunity I offered him.
And for someone not in CTFX and they're kind of wondering what it's about, what would you say to them?
So if someone asks me what is CTFX, I would say that CTFX is a signals group, but it's not only a signals group. Yes, we do offer free signals, and yes, we do not charge for anything, our service is free, but it's the people, it's the community that we have built over time. Like, I think CTFX is a year in play now, and we have 1,300 members, and like, not only is it 1,300 members, but it's 1,300 people that are on the same mindset and the same level of everybody else that just want to make money from their phone and escape the 9 to 5. So anybody that's looking to join CTFX but actually isn't in it, I would just tell them that we don't only provide signals, we provide the guidance, we provide the blueprint, and we provide you that extra path for more sources of income other than just trading. So like, it's not just a signals group, it's a whole community based group where you have plenty of options around you to actually move up in the industry. If you want to just sit back and just copy the signals, you have multiple options inside CTFX, and I think that's why CTFX, it's just a great group. Like, it's, you know, like I was in one group before CTFX. I think I was in it for like 4 days, and it was just negative energy, negative aura. I tried to reach out for help because I didn't know how to place a trade. There was no beginner guides, there was no strategy, there was no nothing. But when I joined CTFX, then I seen the beginner guide, the strategies, the people, Charlie, Manuel, I seen all them. They actually help you, and they actually want you to succeed in the game as well. So yeah, that's what I'd say to somebody that wants to join CTFX. Sorry,
just looking at you there, man, it's just mad that we're out here, man, in this studio and all.
It's crazy, bro. Like even explaining that to you just there, it's like, wow, did I actually just explain my life like the way it's actually been? Like, to be able to accumulate 60k, bro, in 5 months is mental. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, compared to, like, as I was saying to you inside, like, two years ago, I couldn't even buy me mate a drink. Do you know what I mean? Because I had to constantly watch what I was spending, watch what I was doing. But now I don't even need to. I just tap away, and I just live life now, and it's actually just a mad feeling, bro.
100%.
You know, like, and especially being in Marbella. Being in Marbella, like, you just see fast cars, you see people, you feel rich over here before you're actually rich. Like, it's a different type of lifestyle, and I'm actually grateful for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, like, even just being around Bradley, like, that's like a millionaire. Like, it's just mental, isn't it? Like, you know.
And what about 5 years down the line? Where do you realistically see yourself?
In 5 years' time, I realistically see myself still helping people and still doing consecutively 5-figure months. But in 5 years' time, I'm hoping to be able to fully retire my mum, so that's mortgage paid off, and she's living in the house that she's always wanted. And then that's me being able to just travel when I want, where I want, any place in the world. So in 5 years, like, I don't really want much. I just kind of, I want to keep going the way I'm going, but in 5 years, my main goal is to have my mum retired and home mortgage paid off. And once them two things are done, I genuinely have achieved everything I've wanted. So in 5 years, I hope to have that done.
For someone who thinks trading is a scam and they're skeptical about it, what would you say to them?
So I actually get a lot of people that come in and ask me, is this a scam? Like, why are you doing this? And the main reason that people actually ask it is because it's free. So what I do tell people is, if it was a scam, why would I be showing my face? Why would I want to promote taking money off somebody? Like, somebody's working hard for that type of money. Someone's actually doing the 9 to 5 and trying to build their own bank account. So why would I want to come in and say to somebody, oh yeah, join my group there, send me €250? There is no point in us scamming people because we make the same money either way, you know. So when people come to me and ask me, is this a scam, I tell them no, because I show them the group. I literally just screenshot the group and say there's 1,300 people inside our group and it's not a scam. And I just tell people, stop being so, I don't know the word I'm looking for, stop being so caught up on everything and what everybody else thinks. And actually just do it for yourself. Like, you don't need to, if your friend thinks it's a scam and you want to try it, don't just go because your friend thinks it's a scam. Say yes to the opportunity and take that, and then show your friend that it's not a scam. Because I think that people, when they see young fellas like us and they're making videos and we're doing this, they just automatically think, these boys are scammers. So I just think that nobody should be thinking it's a scam, because if you look on that TikTok, 90% of the population is doing it. Not 90% of the population isn't scamming everybody. Yeah, there is scammers in the industry. We do understand that. You know, like when we're posting videos, like I have a few pages of me that actually text people trying to scam them, but like it's not us. Like when we're actually talking and like normally scammers, like I don't know, it's people just have too much time on their hands.
Yeah.
What would you say to somebody that has been trading a few months but has been building their account but has just over leveraged and wants to quit?
What I would say to someone is take it seriously and look at it for the long term. Over leveraging is definitely not worth it. Like, if you come into trading with the mindset that, yeah, I'm in to make money quick and I'm out, like, yeah, you can, but at that point you're gambling. What we try to teach is someone trading and to actually be able to make a lifestyle and a career out of this. So, like, it's, yeah, realistically I'd say it's not worth it.
What would you say the hardest part about finding the right mindset is? Would you say that comes down to not having enough money in your bank account, not chasing the goals you want, not chasing the dreams and constantly having to do the same thing over and over again?
So what's the hardest part about changing your mindset?
Yeah. Would you say it's got to do with your money? Like, so say if I was in a bad mindset and I wanted to change my mindset, how would you tell me?
Well, what I'd say to someone that has a bad mindset about it, or that when they hear putting in €100, putting in €500, putting in €1,000, and then they think, oh, if I lose this, like, realistically, if you lose that money, you still have your 9 to 5 job, you're literally just going to go back to exactly where you came from. You're not going to go any lower than that. Right, so obviously you started 6 months ago. Tell me how your mindset was then, and tell me how your mindset has shifted to the place it is at now.
So 6 months ago, before I started trading, my mindset was gone. I was constantly feeling like there was more to the world, but I also felt like everyone in the world hated me, and it was all down to my 9 to 5, because every time I'd come home from my 9 to 5, I'd be angry, I'd be depressed, because I don't want that life. I don't want to have to wake up and go and work for someone else's dreams, which I understand it's what we have to do, but at the same time I was thinking to myself that has to be a better option. So I got so much into my head before I actually started trading, to where when I actually learned about trading and how it could actually change my mindset. So in the first month I actually didn't really see a change. I got my motivation back, and then the second month when I locked in, I felt this, it was like the weight got lifted off my shoulders, so it was like I was actually able to do anything. And like, so I started 6 months ago, so before that, my mindset was bad, I'd say, for about, a year and a half. Like, I done everything, I pushed myself to the limit, and anything I could try, and nothing was changing, because I always found myself going back into that loop. And then when I started trading, and I learned that you can make money from your phone, but not only that, it's the people you talk to every day, it's the people you get to help actually make money. So when I'm actually helping other people set up, and they're texting me saying, I've made 200 today, you can't sit there and be angry, you can't sit there and be depressed. So my mindset automatically changed from hating my job, hating life. Like, I could just go home and take it out on the wrong people at home, when it's not got to do with anybody, it's got to do with my job. So when I changed Tim trading, and that weight got lifted off my shoulders, I don't think I've actually ever felt as happy or as like motivated in my life as I do right now, and that is all thanks to day trading, and all thanks to the community that we have. And like, even the first day we landed in Marbella, I was thinking to myself, like, to come from Coolock and like to have the life that I used to have, to be able to sit in a villa with fast cars, with Ferraris, with AMGs, with M3s, it's just, how can you actually have a bad mindset? And like, I think people automatically think, these boys are just putting this on. This is actually a real feeling. This isn't just playing with emotions just for a few videos. These are real feelings, like, and I just think it's crazy, man. Crazy. What would you say your goal is by the end of the year?
So my biggest goal at the moment is to, by the end of the year, help at least 5,000 people, meaning 5,000 people in the community by the end of this year, and making 50 grand a month. Those are my two biggest goals this year.
If you stay consistent on what you're doing now, will them goals be easier?
Big time, big time. I think with consistency, that's where you grow. So for me personally, I think if I stay consistent, in some areas I can put out more in terms of content, whatever, but in terms of everything else and how the business is kind of going, if I did stay consistent, I think those goals are very achievable.
So do I.
What's your goals for the end of this year?
My goals for the end of this year is to be full-time out of Ireland, so completely out of Ireland. Maybe I'm actually looking at Marbella, that's what I'm thinking. So like, I landed here on Friday, and automatically Saturday morning I was thinking, I need an apartment. Yeah. The lifestyle, like, you can't grow in a community that broke you, if that makes sense, because like, my local town has killed me. Like, I don't leave the house, I don't go out, I keep to myself. But with this, it's a whole different freedom. So my goal for the end of the year is to be full-time out of Ireland. My mum never has to worry about, I don't have this for the rent, I don't have this for the mortgage, or I don't have this for shopping. I don't want that, because I've seen it for too long, and I know now, like, by the end of the year I want to have, I'd say, 200k in the bank. I want to have at least 500 clients under me, consistently trading, so actively trading, which I don't think is actually far off, because I have 200 people now and I'm doing it 5 months, and I've also accumulated over 60k. So I think if we just stay consistent and keep going the way we're going, and keep building the community, and keep, not only when I level up, but when the whole team levels up, it levels everybody up. It's not just one person, and that's what I think as well is going to help me get my goals this year, the team. Because if I don't know something, or I can't figure out something, I'm pretty sure that someone on the team will know and help me achieve them goals. Because I don't think this year my goals are going to be achieved just by myself. I think it's going to be a team effort, and I think that's how it's all going to be for everybody. We will have our own separate goals, but I think all together we'll help each other achieve every goal that we want. So by the end of the year I want to be full-time out of Ireland, and I just want to be mad to have a good life by the end of the year.
Also, like, growing up in Coolock, you know?
Growing up in Coolock, bro, is rough. You have to learn how to, like, back yourself, do you know what I mean? Like, you can't just be yourself. You have to build this aura around you, and like, that aura was never me.
Yeah.
So like, any person that I wanted to be at home, I could never be because of the area I lived in.
Yeah.
And I just think that people actually live in Coolock now, there's actually a lot of pressure on them, because like, our neighbourhood doesn't have a good name. You know what I mean? Like, Coolock doesn't have a good name in Ireland, and like, when I say I'm from Coolock, people think, scumbag. And I'm like, no, I had to had to be like that because it was the way we all grew up. Like, if you didn't know how to manage yourself, you were getting bullied, and like, I got bullied for years.
Yeah. Like moving here, bro, was definitely the right play if you're trying to. Because like, especially like everybody you meet, like especially if you're a member of this place, and like even like on Fridays we have sip and smokes where we have a cigar club. Everyone you meet is an entrepreneur making 20, 30, 40 all the way up to a fucking middle a month. You know what I mean? So like everyone you're speaking to and talking to is going to be beneficial in some sort of way. Like if you ever need anything, you'll have a person in mind. Like Marbella is a hub. You know what I mean? Whereas like anything you need, everyone's inspiring each other, working with each other. It's a great place if you want to fucking move out.
That's why I'm looking at moving out pretty soon, bro. Because I want that. I want to be able to have connections like that because there's only so much, as you said, you can do in Ireland.
Yeah.
Because you're stuck. Everybody's stuck in that one mindset of we all have to live this 9 to 5 life, and we all have to stay structured. You don't actually realise once you break out of that structure, there's so much more to the world. Like I was seeing this girl, bro, from Dublin, just before I actually started trading.
Yeah.
And I says, I'm gonna go. Like I want to move away. Why would you want to move away? Ireland's your home. I said, because Ireland, you can't grow in Ireland. There's only so much things you can actually do in the place you come from. Because I believe that you can't grow in a community that kills you. You get me? Like I can't walk around the street shooting a bit of content without some cunt coming up trying to rob me camera because of the area we live in, or some cunt trying to blade stand there, throw eggs, or you know what I mean? And it's happened to me, bro. I'm walking down the street recording a video and I've seen 2 eggs coming at me, like, and I'm like, what the fuck? Do you get me, bro? Or I went live and someone's following me on me live, and they're just following me, like, and just throwing shit at me, and like, how are you meant to grow there? How are you meant to look professional in a place like that?
That's because that's what it's like especially like obviously I've been to Dublin many times, like, but it's like from obviously when you grew up fucking Coolock and all, it's like we have a bad name, as you say, like it's like the people there are not gonna in any way sort of benefit your life and where you're trying to get. Like you're already making quadruple the money that people are making there. On average salary is probably €2,000 a month, or whatever. Like, so the people there are never going to benefit your life. Like, and especially if you get out, if you're walking down on a live here, the people will be like, "Nice bro, what's your live? Let me follow you." That's the sort of thing. That's what it's like here. Like when I moved out of Ireland, I remember having a phone call with Bradley before I moved out here. He's like, "Whenever you come out here, you'll be going back home to Ireland for a holiday rather than, this is where you live, rather than going to Spain for a holiday, you're going back to Ireland for a holiday." I was like, fuck, I was shitting myself, because I'm 19.
You're 19, bro?
Yeah, I'm 19.
Fair play to you now, a lot of respect.
Yeah, I moved out here when I was 18. So I was like, fucking hell, I don't know, I don't know if I want to move out of Ireland, move out of home, got my mom, staying in my mom and dad's house, you know what I mean? Where like food's covered, everything like that, but moving out here is like, spurs you on a bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it makes you grow up as well, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
It does, like, because you see all these older boys like Bradley and Rhino and all, and you're like, Jesus, I'm still way immature, like, you know what I mean? Like, even when like I'm talking to some lads, and even like the younger lads, and they're only a year younger than me, and they speak like kids, and I'm like, well, maybe I am mature then, because like there's a difference in everybody, bro, and the way they mature, and but I just think Marbella is just mental. Like everybody is just, I don't know, like everybody nobody has to lie. Everybody's just free. Yeah, nobody's like trying to be somebody they're not. Because the next person, like, you don't see one person going around, I make 100k a week, because the next person's going to come around and say I make 200.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You don't see any of that because everybody's on the same buzz. Where in Ireland, if you were to say to someone, I made 5k this month, they'd be like, I made 15k. Like, they're trying to up you and they're trying to think, but there's no competition over here, it feels like.
Or you're a scammer, you're a drug dealer, or whatever.
Yeah.
If you make a bit of money, you drive a nice car, and everyone thinks the worst.
Yeah.
Especially here, lad, if you're out like that. Amount of fucking 10 years ago, this place was fucking riddled with Irish people, fucking making loads of dough, fucking drug dealers, everything like that. Like, but you know what I mean? It's like people like whenever I moved out here, all the boys from back home, everybody's like, "Oh, you fucking drug dealing out there, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
It's not how it is. Like
making a legit living.
Yeah, but like that's what everyone thinks of. There's just got this stigma. It's like, oh, he must be doing something. He must be. Because I've made this move or no one else has made this move, you know what I mean? People are like, what the fuck is he doing?
Exactly,
you know,
bro.
He's out there drug dealing with fucking killings or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially Mars, because there's a few of them out there,
exactly.